Hey guys, welcome back! So, to celebrate the second anniversary of the channel, I thought that it would be nice just to show you how a regular episode of It's a Pixel Thing is put together. Let's take a look. After the topic is chosen, starts a script writing process that can take several hours and in some cases a couple of days, but it's something that I really enjoy doing. Most of the times I take my old-fashioned notebook with me and just write stuff that naturally flows based in my childhood memories and the different experiences I've had through the last 33 years that I've been playing video games. After the script is complete, I normally take a break to focus on the intro to the episode, building the setting, gathering all the stuff that might be related to it. Doing that, I believe it helps me to capture the feeling and the ambience to the whole scene. Hey guys, welcome back! As you know, my wife bought me for Christmas last year. Well, last Christmas, I gave you my heart. By the way, I use a Panasonic DMC GF6 that I really love to play around with. I normally capture in Full HD 1080p and 25 frames per second, but it can make 50 frames at 1080i. Will this be better? Have to try someday. Now it's time to do the voiceovers. Since the very first episode, I've been using this cheap headset by Philips, model SBC HM385, that in conjunction with my Asus Sonar DX audio card sounds really good after a few tweaks and adjustments there is. Now it comes to the software I use for capturing the audio. All my videos are constructed in Adobe Premiere and the narration of each and every one of them is made directly into this amazing video editing program. There's a wide selection of effects that I can use to enhance the audio, and if you're familiar with the Adobe software family, it's really intuitive to work with Premiere. And besides Premiere, Photoshop is another tool that I use mainly to normalize picture sizes, color and contrast adjustments and to remove backgrounds by drawing a path around the main subject. But if I wanna go further, cause I'm a kind of a high quality freak, I use CorelDRAW to, for example, draw logos that are in really bad shape and can't find a better version online. CorelDRAW is also used to make the thumbnails for my videos, and it's really easy for me to work this way, with all objects needed just laying around. Just like many of you, game footage is captured using an Elgato Game Capture HD that is perfect for all my systems, from the older ones from the 80s to the most recent PS4. I just love this little thing. Now that the voiceovers are complete and other files needed gathered, it's time for another set of video recording of little details that can highlight certain moments during the video that can turn it more interesting for viewers, cause we all like to have a glimpse to the environment in where we play video games and do other related stuff. I'm thinking of doing a new tour of my man cave just to have a sort of comparison of what I've changed since my episode 0 from late 2013, when I was thinking of starting this whole collecting and video making thing. What do you think? Will you watch it? Tell me in the comment section below. Now, before the whole and long process of compiling all elements together, I must not forget to have lunch. So, come along and let's make a pizza, pixelthing style. Obviously that I always have to be surrounded by something that is video games related, so when it's my turn to do stuff around the kitchen, I always have to be listening to video game music. So I simply use TuneIn Radio and enjoy one of my two favorite online stations, Slay Radio and Kohina. Look! It's the theme from level 1 of Turrican 2! So awesome! Portuguese wine is always present in my home, and I really enjoy drinking a glass of wine while preparing amazing food just like this tuna pizza that looks amazing and will certainly taste amazing also. Hehehe.
Yum yum.
Now that everyone is satisfied, it's time to go back to work. This is the longest phase of the whole process. Several hours await me and I simply enjoy every bit of the process. So sit back and enjoy!
Super system, super system, super system, super system
Was released first. Finally, I export every new video to 1080p at 60 frames per second, so that all the animations created can be as smooth and enjoyable as possible. So guys, hope you've enjoyed this look at how an It's a PixelThing episode is made. It's a really long process, but in the end, it's totally worth it. I can't stop mentioning that I simply love doing this stuff and just wished I could have more time to dedicate to my channel. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you all next week.